Yeah. No, I'm not busy. That's it. That's the end of the video. I can go now. No, I'm just kidding. Hi, my name is Whitney, and today I'm going to be telling you a little bit about what it's like to be a bartender. I have been bartending for... Hi, so it's me. So I just realized as I'm editing this video that I have a piece of hair that is has gone a little wonky, and I don't think that I realized that it's like that until a couple minutes in, but I fixed it. I promise you, I fixed it. Look, my eyelashes coming off. It's been a full day. But anyways, so yeah, I fixed it. So if that kind of thing bothers you, just know that like it bothers me too, and I fixed it. So we're good. Anyways, here we go. Back to me. For 3 months now, so I obviously feel like I'm a pro. I'm obviously a pro. No, so I wrote down 9 questions that I feel like are good questions that might help you get a better idea of what it's like to be a bartender. Sorry about the blank walls. I could not with this thing anymore. So I wrote down 9 questions that I feel like that are pretty good questions to help you out with figuring out if you want to be a bartender, or maybe you just got the job, or maybe you're about to interview for the job, or whatever the case may be. Everybody has a different story. Okay, so the first question is, have I had any experience bartending? The answer to that is no. When I got hired onto my job where I work now, I actually only had experience as a server. That's what I thought I was going to be doing, but when I was doing training for the serving, my trainer asked me if I wanted to be a bartender, and I said yeah, because why not? I wanted to get some new experience underneath my belt, and so here we are today. A bunch of shifts later, here we are today. I'm still alive. I'm still kicking it. I'm still doing good. And so to answer that question, no. I had absolutely zero experience knowing how to make a drink. I didn't even know how to do cranberry and vodka because I had no idea how much alcohol went into a shot. So yeah, so I had no experience, but they taught me. I did a couple of training shifts, and the next thing I know, I had my bar, and I absolutely love it. Sometimes, depending on the day. All right, so the next question I have is, what is your favorite drink to make? This is a question that I get sometimes from my customers. They will come in and they will ask me, make me your favorite drink. And it's kind of hard to do because everybody has different tastes, and it depends on the day, because some days I might be feeling sweet, and sometimes I might want an old fashioned, which is basically a drink that is just all alcohol. It's not all alcohol, but it's pretty much, for the most part, it's a pretty strong drink, and it's normally a drink that like older guys get. Well, I guess you could say my favorite drink to make would either be a margarita. I really like margaritas, and I like making mojitos. They're not like super intense drinks, but they're always a good go-to. So those are my favorite drinks to make. The next question is, what is the worst part of being a bartender? The worst part of being a bartender would be, well, the next 2 questions. What's the worst part and what's the best part? And I can answer this all in one. The worst and best part of being a bartender would be the customers. The customers and being on your feet all day. That is a task in itself. Because sometimes you have days where, you have customers come in and they're the sweetest thing ever and they know what they want. These are my favorite customers, and they come in and they know what they want. Oh my gosh, those are my favorite. But then sometimes you have, you could have a full bar and you could have a couple tables, and then you get to this particular couple, and they're a lovely couple. Gotta love this couple. And they decided they want to take 2 or 3 minutes, still looking at the menu while you walk up to them, and they don't even, you ask them what they would like to drink, and they don't even know if they want water or not. And now I'm just standing there, and it's kind of awkward, and I'm like, hey, maybe I'll come back. I'll give you a second. And they're like, no, just wait right here. You have nothing else to do. Just wait right here. And it's just like, all right, so this is how this is going to be. So the worst and best part would be the customers. Sometimes you have customers that come in and they love you and you love them, and they tip you big, and everybody's happy, and they get their food on time, and everything came out all right, and they love their drinks, and oh my God, Witty's so wonderful. And then sometimes you have customers that come in and they can't stand you and you can't stand them, and they want to speak to a manager, and now they want all their food free, and they want their liquor free, and they want a new drink, and now that you made the new drink, it's just all hell has broken loose. So the worst and best part of being a bartender would be the fact that you have customers, dealing with people. All right, so next is how'd you get the job? I got the job, and I think I explained this in the first question. I went in one day. I had taken a hiatus off from working. I've worked a couple different odd jobs. I was a pizza delivery driver. I worked at a comedy club. I was in sales. I did a little modeling, yada, 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 whatever. But anyway, so I had taken a hiatus off from working just in general. I had family issues going on that I had to deal with. I decided that it was time to start working again. And one requirement I have for my jobs is that I don't like to work off of a paycheck, because I just like being able to go home every night with cash in my pocket. And so yeah, look at my hair. Yeah, so basically I went in and I nailed my interview. That's how tattoos in the workplace. So before I got the job where I work now, I had absolutely not one tattoo, and I was very concerned about being able to get a job because of my tattoos, because I do have visible tattoos and I have quite a few. And I remember going into my interview and I had all of my tattoos covered with makeup, and it looked absolutely ridiculous. And I told my boss, if this is something you guys want me to do, I have no problem. I'll go buy the makeup, and I'll just cake it on, and I'll just wear makeup, and I'll pretend like I don't have tattoos. And she was like, no, we want you to be yourself. Like, you can wear your tattoos out. And so I was just fine. So if you have tattoos that are visible, don't let people tell you you can't get a job. You can definitely get a job with tattoos. I mean, especially as like a bartender. It's just kind of given. It's a conversation starter, and it kind of breaks the ice. So it's fine. The next question I have is, how's the pay? So the pay is pretty good. Next is, what do you do if somebody comes in and they look a little young? So if somebody comes in and they look young, I ask them for their ID. I card everybody. Just because, you do have those people that come in. At my previous job, I had somebody come in, not to me, but to another server, and they were one of those like secret people, kind of just seeing how the store is working, and she didn't card them, and needless to say, she doesn't work there anymore. So definitely always check people for their ID, just to be on the safe side, just to kind of save your own butt, And then the last thing I have is, what's the weirdest thing that's happened to you? The weirdest thing that has happened to me is just having a guy come in and just be a little bit too flirty and a little bit inappropriate. And when I say a little bit, I mean a lot. And I gave him not only one, not only two, but I gave him 3 chances to kind of get his act together on 3 separate occasions. And needless to say, he could not get it together. So a situation like that, I just told my boss, like, hey, it's not happening. Can't serve that guy. And so she took him, and it was just fine, and I have not seen him since. I'm not saying that I won't see him again, but that is a customer that I refuse to serve. So yeah, so that's what it's like being a bartender. Being a bartender is one of the most rewarding, yet one of the most taxing and high energy jobs ever. If it's something that you're looking into doing, I would say go for it. Why not? Get that experience underneath your belt, and if you hate it, then you hate it. You move on and you go and you find the thing that you really like. But it's easy, man. Honestly, once you get some training, and for the most part, you're making kind of the same drinks over and over again. Sometimes you do have to do like a Bloody Mary. So I guess my favorite drink to make is a Bloody Mary. I don't necessarily like them myself, but I like making Bloody Marys. I don't like making them if I have a full bar and a full table and I have to make a Bloody Mary, because then that's a lot, because you have to realize that as a bartender, you're making drinks not just for yourself but for the whole entire restaurant. So that can be quite a bit. So that's what my experience has been like being a bartender. I enjoy it and I like it, and I think that I'm going to continue doing it. I'm going to work on doing a background, something different for my videos, because but I just moved into my apartment, so I'm not really stressing it too much. I just really wanted to make this video. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace. It's literally this is it. This right here, and this is a tip. This is a tip right here for being a bartender. Always make your drinks up here, not down here. Don't be this guy. Don't be this guy or this girl. Make your drinks up here.